Hey guys, welcome back. It's episode 2. We didn't get canceled. Not yet. Today we're gonna be making a smoky shrimp ceviche. That's a tongue twister, so I'm not gonna try and attempt to say it fast. Very simple, easy recipe if you're not sure what ceviche is. It's food that's been cooked in acid. In this case, it's going to be orange juice and lemon juice. So let's get to it. So first things we're gonna do is we're gonna cut peppers, we're gonna cut some green onions, a bunch of other things that we're gonna add to it. Again, details, everything about food is in the details. So if you're cutting peppers and you see that there is a rib, you wanna take that out. You don't wanna eat it, you don't wanna taste it, nothing. Details is what's gonna make your food better than your neighbor's food. Maybe better than your wife's food, maybe better than your husband's food. You may end up on the couch, you may end up divorced, who knows? But in the details. We're looking for uniform cuts, preferably 1/4 inch. They don't have to be perfect. I'm not using a ruler on you. Somebody else might. We're looking for about 1/4 cup, yellow pepper, green pepper, red pepper, and we're literally just putting everything into the bowl. And that's all we're gonna do. This is what it is. Everything into the bowl. Movie magic, because I already cut some up and I don't really feel like doing it all on camera. So that's there. What we are gonna add is a couple of sweet things. We're gonna add some grapes. You can use red grapes, I'm using green grapes. We're gonna add apple. Fun fact, you can eat a different apple every day for 10 years and never eat the same apple twice. That's how many apples there are. In this case, we're using Honeycrisp because that's what I found. All we're gonna do is half and quarter some grapes and get them into the bowl. Try not to miss with your knife. And again, everything into the bowl. I swear as I get older, I'm losing more and more things. Green onions. We're only gonna use the white part. You can use just the green part, you can use the whole thing. It's really down to preference. I just want, for this particular recipe, I'm only using the whites. And we'll use all 4. Again, simple, easy. We're gonna use a little bit of cilantro. We don't want too much. In. As I said, we're gonna use an apple. Take the fucking sticker off. It's not that hard. I don't wanna see you on television, your videos, cutting fruit or vegetables that still have a sticker on it. Or worse, cutting through the sticker because you didn't take it off. Simple. Again, into the bowl. I'm gonna add a couple of garlic. Again, make sure you cut your little nub ends off. I'm gonna come to your house, I'm gonna cut your little nub end off. Give it a quick smash, and then just a rough chop. Again, into the bowl. Now we get to the fun part. Habanero. The one thing I'm going to tell you about this is, you can substitute this. If this is too much for you, I'm gonna use a word, but I'm not gonna use the word. You can go down in heat, you can go to serranos, you can go to jalapenos. You don't have to add it at all. What I will tell you is, if you are going to cut this and you are not used to cutting this, wear gloves. Because what you're gonna do, which is what all of us did when we first started in kitchens, is you would cut this, you wouldn't have gloves on, you'd wash your hands, which does absolutely nothing, and then you would go to the bathroom and you would touch your no-no spot and the shit would burn for hours. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. So guys, don't do it. Women, wash your hands, wear gloves before you wipe because this shit's gonna hurt. You can add as much or as little of it as you like. For this, we're gonna add about a half of a habanero. Again, take out the ribs, which will also kind of lower the heat a little bit. You don't want the seeds, because if you do add the seeds, it will get that much hotter. Again, with this, you really want a much finer dice, because if it is a large dice and somebody takes a huge bite of it and they don't like heat and they start crying, and then it's just bad. It's just bad, especially if it's a kid. And if it is too hot, drink milk. Water just makes it worse. Beer makes it even worse. So just chug a glass of milk, sour cream, whatever it is, dairy-wise that you like. So from here it gets even simpler. What we're gonna add is our acid. So we're gonna add some mango, which isn't acidic, but it gives it a nice flavor. We are going to add some lemon, and then we are going to add some lemon juice. Orange juice, just get your whatever brand you prefer. I prefer a no pulp. I don't want that grainy, nasty texture in it. So get a no pulp orange juice. You're looking for about a quarter cup. Again, these recipes are available on my website, simplybalancedbites.com. We're gonna add some mango. And then we are going to squeeze. Make sure you roll out your lemons first. Make sure they're also room temperature. Otherwise you won't get as much juice out of them. And I'm gonna teach you a really nice kitchen hack. Now I gotta grab some. Not gonna lie, I don't have a juicer in my kitchen because I've never really needed one. If you do not have a juicer, but you have a pair of tongs, right in there, into a strainer, lemons do have seeds, and you don't want to bite down on that. I mean, unless you don't like the people and you don't care. Lemon juice in, mango juice in, orange juice in. The last thing we are going to hit it with, and this boils down to preference. Really? I swear I had everything. Preference. Tapatio, Cholula, Valentina. I swear on everything that is holy, if you put Tabasco in my recipes, you just turn the camera off. Tabasco, nothing personal. Don't. For me, I'm using Tapatio, which is one of my favorites. Cholula is probably a little bit better in this dish, but my dumbass forgot to buy it. So we'll add Tapatio. A couple, 3 shakes, whatever it takes for you guys. There you go. Got a little bit of a chipotle smoky flavor to it. We're gonna mix this. You can use tongs, you can use spoons. We are going to set this aside, and then we are going to cook the shrimp. We are only going to par cook the shrimp. We do not want to cook them all the way. Why? Because acid cooks food. So if you cook your shrimp all the way, then you put them in the acid, what are you gonna get? Shoe leather shrimp. And then you're gonna say, well, that's what he did on the video. No, I didn't. I didn't tell you to do that. So don't do that. Okay, we are back. We're about to cook the shrimp, but apparently I'm contractually obligated to give some sort of like proverbial kitchen lingo from the good book. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Are you happy, Todd? Cooking shrimp, one of the things that you don't want to do is you don't want to take directly from the bag or directly that's thawed and throw it into a pan. What you will end up with is steamed shrimp, because shrimp are predominantly water-based, like everything else in this world. You want to make sure that they are dry first. 2, you do not want to overcrowd the pan. Cook your shrimp in batches. Again, if you overcrowd the pan, you end up with steamed shrimp, boiled shrimp, rather than sauteed shrimp. Paper towel. Get them nice and dry. Salt and pepper. Always salt and pepper. If you take anything from these videos, use salt and pepper. I hope you take a lot more, but if you only take that. Oil, not a lot. Again, we are not looking to fry the shrimp. We are looking to saute the shrimp, which means it's quick cook. Nice hot pan. We'll do them in batches. You're gonna let them cool. You will add them to the ceviche. You don't wanna add hot shrimp to a cold dish. And the reason being, there's a couple of reasons. One, they're not fully cooked, so you're adding something that is hot. Two, hot with all your vegetables can soften your vegetables. You lose that crunch, you lose that texture, which is what we are looking for. So again, in batches. Once they're cool, you can put them right in there. Again, adjust seasoning, and then I'll show you kind of how we're gonna plate it. When putting things into a saute pan, I'm sure a gazillion other chefs have said this, when dealing online, always away from you. Never drop into oil. Why? Because it'll splash, it'll hit you in the eye, and then you're blind for life. So, into the pan. A little bit at a time. They will take not even 2 minutes to cook. And wash your hands. That's what I'm going to do now. You hear the water running? While we're waiting on this, there's a little tombstone trivia for you. He actually doesn't say, I'm your huckleberry. He says, I'm your hucklebearer, which is the term that was used for pallbearers back then. So then there you go. There's your tombstone trivia. Kind of hurt when I learned that, because like most of the 90s, I was walking around saying, I'm your huckleberry. Now I feel like an idiot. It's not the only reason. So again, partially cooked. It literally took no time at all. And we are going to put those right onto a paper towel. Add a little bit more oil and do this in batches. If you notice, there's a little area where there's no salt and pepper. Guess what? Add salt and pepper into the pan. You want to hear a sizzle. If you put it into the pan and it's not sizzling, then the pan's not hot enough and you don't want to put it into the pan yet. Good. Back to washing the hands. Just like that, shrimp is done. It's easy. Again, back onto not the one that hit the floor. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it happened. Set this off to the side. We'll let the shrimp cool. We're gonna add the shrimp to the ceviche mixture. And you really wanna set this, at least let this marinate probably, I'd say on the low end, 4 hours. On the high end, me personally, I like it overnight. It tastes better. The longer something sits, it obviously develops more flavor. Shrimp will go into the ceviche. Apparently they don't want to go into the ceviche because they keep jumping out. And then this gets mixed up. What happened? This one?
Todd.
Damn it, Todd. Fucking Todd. When it's done, it should be completely cooked. It's wonderful flavor. Again, we want to taste it. If it needs salt and pepper, let's make sure that it has the adequate amount of salt and pepper. Whew. I'd say a pinch of salt. Other than that, it doesn't really need much else. So what we're gonna do is we are going to put this on top of a crostini. If you don't know what a crostini is, it is bread that has been seasoned with salt and pepper, oil, and then toasted. And again, it adds a nice level of crunch. I need a freaking plate. So crostini, salt, pepper, oil, you want it to have crunch. Can you hear that? Morse code, help me. We're just gonna put that, we're just gonna put this in the center of the plate. We're gonna add some avocado. Please don't do this at home if you're not used to doing this, because you're gonna take off a hand and I really won't feel bad, but you know, you don't wanna do that. So a spoon to the avocado. The way I cut it, like most people, on an angle, and the reason being is that you can actually fan it out and make a mess while you're doing it, and really make a mess while you're doing it. Avocado on the bottom, again, try and get it. This is really hard work right now. There. Wipe the plate so people don't know that you fucked up. In the middle, and then from here, that there. Nice shrimp on top. Get some of that, you know, yummy goodness on there. A little liquid. Because you have that crunchy crostini underneath, so you need some of that liquid to kind of lighten it up. Cilantro on the top. It's good to go. How am I gonna eat this thing? Yeah, why not? Washing their hands again. Well, guys, that's it. That's the Smokey shrimp ceviche. Sorry if I try to say it fast, I'll fuck it up. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun. Wow, it's got some heat. Let's do it again next week. Same time, same channel. Please, I gotta get this right. My producer will get mad at me. Hit the like button. Damn it.
Would you like to start over?
Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification button. Smash that like button, because again, we know that only comes once a week. And if you want this recipe, please visit simplybalancedbites.com. I was told to slow it down. Hopefully I wasn't too slow. All right, and we'll see you guys next week. Have fun.